Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your favourite football show where we talk game analysis, banter, news, and just discuss football, really. Football matches, mainly the Premier League, international level, Champions League, and we'll touch points on other leagues, but whatever. This episode is about the reaction to the big Sunday game in the Premier League. Everyone knows what it was. It was Man City versus Arsenal. We're going to go through all the moments and the banter. And I'm very, very passionate about football and Arsenal in general. And I love having debates. I had some debates with my friends on this game. And I'm not on social media as much, but I've seen some stuff of how Man City fans are reacting. Not much on Arsenal fans, but the Man City fans are obviously trying to wind us up because I'm very wound up. But I'm very passionate about this, and I normally lay out my videos with loads of topics to go on. I've literally just made 4 postcards of what I want to talk about to just remind me, because I could speak about this for days. I could argue with Man City supporters all day about this. So if you're a Man City supporter or an Arsenal supporter, just look in the comments, start arguing with each other, because I think it'd be quite funny. But let's keep it civil. Let's have actual debates. None of this, Twitter brain rot of I'm bigger than you. Like, no, let's have a proper debate, a proper football discussion, like real gentlemen. All right. So, I think I was trying to be like Tom Hardy in the Twins. There what's that movie called? The Cray Twins. And he's like, I came here for a shootout, like a western. That's it. I was trying to be like that, but I got everything wrong. So sorry about that. Anyway, on to the game. That was a little bit of a sidetrack. On to the game. So we'll start. I'm going to try and go through it just memory by memory. Now, I normally just do my videos and podcast. I just speak. I don't bring anything on the screen. So I'm going to try and go memory for memory. I don't have the game up. So, first 2 seconds. Arsenal have kickoff. No, Man City have kickoff, sorry. They pass it back to Ederson. Rodri blocks Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz throws his shoulder in a little bit, and then Rodri's on the floor crying. Everyone's going mental about this already. Oh, that's foul play. That's foul play. He should be red carded. Well, first of all, that would ruin the game completely, right? And this is going to be a topic of discussion throughout the whole game, and we will speak about Michael Oliver and the refereeing. The whole game, if he had given a red card there, how stupid would that be? In the biggest game of the season, the biggest derby arguably at the moment, there's no other game as heated as this. Man United versus Liverpool's not as heated as this anymore. Arsenal versus Tottenham isn't even as heated as this anymore. This is the big derby of the Premier League at the minute. Imagine if he throws out a yellow card there or a red card. So I disagree with everyone there, right? Because it's the first 2 seconds of the game. Rodri's obviously trying to get something to happen there. Rodri's blocked him and he's thrown a shoulder in a little bit. He's not shoved him. It's not dangerous. Like, relax, everyone, right? So, whatever. All right. Throughout the game, then, from there, not much happens. Man City are all over Arsenal, really. Arsenal are attacking every now and then. I feel like Arsenal started slower than Man City. Man City are obviously they're at home. They're playing for the fans. The fans that were actually there, I guess. So whatever. They score. So, Savinho, right wing for Man City, is an incredible player, isn't he? Calafiore has let him go inside. Bit of a weird one there anyway, that Calafiore started instead of Ben White, but whatever. Savinho's cut in. I don't know what Gabriel's doing. He's left Haaland by himself. I think he was worried about whoever's right wing at that point, probably Bernardo Silva or someone, and expects Saliba to cover the gap. They leave a massive gap for Haaland to run into. That is how he scores all of his goals, right? He just runs, and then they play the ball perfectly in front of his feet, and he's going to score. Just defend the space, right? Or defend him, block him off, take a yellow, whatever. Like, come on. So he's through on goal. The weirdest technique of a shot I've ever seen in my life. I think David Raya could probably do a little bit better there, but he's probably put off by, he uses the side of his foot on the outside, and it just goes straight in the corner. Like, that kind of threw me off. It was such a weird technique, but that's why he's got 10 goals in 5 games or whatever it is. He's got 100 goals for Man City in 105 games. The man is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, you can't give him a chance to score or he'll score. So that's Arsenal's fault there. Absolutely awful. Yada yada, whatever. And then we move on to the next goal. So obviously the Arsenal goal. Now Thomas Partey has been given a free kick. Something's happened. I don't know who tackled him, but Michael Oliver's obviously not happy because he brings in Saka and Walker, the two captains, to calm the game down, right? Calm the game down. As Kyle Walker's supposedly running back and telling his team what Oliver just said, this was his comments. He was running back, telling his team what was just said, and the whistle goes apparently, but they said there was no whistle. Ball's played over the top. Martinelli's in. Back to Calafiore, boom, bosh. See you later, Edison. What a finish. Now, I don't know if he meant it or not, but as he shoots or crosses, he's already pulling away as if he scored, which is incredible. So, what a goal, by the way, to bring it back 1-1 as well. Now, all the Man City fans are going to be in there like, wow, but he played the ball not from the spot that he was tackled at. It was like 8 yards forward. All right, that's not Arsenal's fault, is it? Blame Michael Oliver for that, but you won't because you think that the red card was given. You think that Haaland shouldn't have got a yellow card. Blah 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 blah. So you can't blame Michael Oliver for that without adding everything else into it that happened to Arsenal, right? So I'm not disagreeing there. Is the ball very, very far forward from where the tackle was? If you look at it, not really, right? They showed a graphic on the TV that it was 8 yards. I don't think it was 8 yards. And Michael Oliver's apparently said to VAR, no, I thought it was in the vicinity a couple of yards. Now, does this play into Michael Oliver's head then? That he knows he got it wrong, maybe? He knows he got it wrong. The VAR have told him, yeah, maybe it's a bit too far forward. You know, maybe they've got in his head there. And then that adds to the fact that he needs to get one up for Man City. You know, I'm putting it out there. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to, balance the books there by giving Man City something else, right? So, anyway, let's relax there. We'll go on to the next goal now. The next goal. Great goal, isn't it, really? Whoever hired the set-piece coach for Arsenal, he deserves a raise and an award for just some of the set pieces he comes up with. He obviously does his research on these teams. So Martinelli and Saliba are obviously blocking off Edison. Is that a foul? Definitely not. Why is Edison just falling to the ground, like trying to get a foul? Just stand. If he stands up, he probably saves it, right? Just backtrack to the back post, whatever. Kyle Walker's defending on Gabriel is so funny. Because if you haven't seen the video, go find this on social media probably. He's just tapping him on the shoulder. Gabby brushes him off. And great header, great lead. Did that set piece twice. He nearly scored twice. He missed the first one. But we did the exact same set piece. The first time Kyle Walker wasn't marking him, he's obviously like, well, I need to mark him now. And he just lets him go. And then I remember in the game, there's a close-up of Kyle Walker like screaming into the rain. Like, oh, it's hilarious. So it's 2-1 at this point, right? 2-1 at this point. Like, 2-1, right? We know what happens next. We know what happens next. We'll get to that in a minute. Red card, Trossard, blah, blah, blah. The game in general, it was ruined by that, wasn't it? Honestly, it was a really good game. It was fun to watch. Arsenal were attacking, and I remember Man City last year, and obviously Rodri saying, you don't win games when you don't try, blah, blah, blah. We actually tried, and we were winning 2-1. You know, we were actually going out there and attacking and like dictating the play at some points. Man City would have a go, then we'd have a go. What a great game for everyone to watch. And then just a red card out of nowhere. Like, Michael Oliver's just like, yeah, why not? I'll just give you a red card. It blows my mind. The first yellow card for Trossard, no complaints there whatsoever. That is a yellow card. Fair play, whatever, boom. Now, the second yellow, he does smash into Bernardo Silva. Granted, right? Is that a yellow? Possibly. What if they would have said VAR and Premier League would have said, yep, yellow card for the challenge, I don't think there'd be that many complaints because it is a bit reckless. He knows he's on a yellow. But within 1 second of Oliver blowing the whistle, Trossard kicks the ball forward to where he could have ran. And then he obviously turns around and goes, what's happened? Mate, I don't know if he didn't hear the whistle or not, you know. I've had this argument with my friends. Like, if you know that you're on a yellow and you kick the ball away, why are you doing it? No one ever gets sent off by kicking the ball away. Like, ever. It's happened to mostly Arsenal players, hasn't it? Can you remember when it happened to Robin Van Persie in the Champions League? He got sent off because the crowd was so loud. He shot the ball, missed. He got a second yellow and sent off. Rice a couple of weeks ago. Like, what a stupid way to ruin a game. Michael Oliver's gone. Like, after everything that happened with the Rice situation, he's gone, oh, I'm going to do it again, actually. Yeah. Let's put more pressure on all the referees. And you know they're going to come out and protect him. You know no one's going to talk about it. But then you know that they got it wrong because after Rice got sent off, the next game weekend, everyone who kicked the ball away got a yellow card. That's amazing, isn't it? And then the next weekend after that, this weekend, no, the last weekend, I think, it happened again. Everyone's kicking the ball away, no yellow cards. So now he's randomly pulled it back to send him off in the biggest game of the season. It is ridiculous. The game's ruined. I didn't even want to watch the second half because you knew that Arsenal would just sit back 10 behind the ball and Man City would just attack the whole game. What happened in the second half? Incredible, wasn't it? It was incredible. It's the most boring game I've ever watched in my life. How Arsenal held on for 56 minutes or wherever it was is ridiculous and conceded in the last second. That should be an award in itself against a team like Man City. Like, it's just, I don't know. That red card, like, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? And if we're going to talk about reckless challenges as well, and if everyone's going to be like how most of social media is, well, it's the rules, you can't kick the ball away, but you got to have common sense as well, right? As a referee, they've taken the free kick, we've headed it away, and then he's called half time. So although he was delaying the restart, the ball was nowhere near where the foul happened, and then we've played an extra 10-15 seconds and he's called half time. Use your common sense there. What's the point in sending someone off with 10 seconds to go for a delayed restart? Doesn't make any sense. If we're going to play by the books as well, Kai Havertz then should have been red carded in the first 2 seconds, but it's under the jurisdiction of Michael Oliver to have some common sense and be like, well, that would ruin the game at this point, which he did. Good job, you know. Haaland smashes Saliba. Like 5 minutes after that, smashes Saliba, not even a yellow card. If we're playing by the rules there, right? Not even a yellow card. This is my argument, is that you can't play by the letter of the law, as Howard Webb would say, right? All the time, because everything would be yellow, there would be no game, it would be stop-start. You have to use your common sense as a ref, right? You have to. So, in my eyes, if we're going that way, Haaland should have been sent off for smashing Saliba, and then he smashed Partey as well after they scored at the end. So he should have had a red card. He didn't even get a yellow card for either of those. How amazing is that? He didn't even get a yellow card. And if we're going to talk on rules as well, all of the Man City players gathering around the ref, they do it all the time, don't they? Every game. They don't get scored on a lot, but when they go down, they lose their heads around the ref. All of them should be booked then. No, none of them. Maybe a couple that game. You know, whatever. Like, it's just the consistency in refereeing in the Premier League is absurd. It blows my mind. Pep Guardiola can kick his chair and nothing happens, but then Lewis Skelly on the sideline is telling Raya to just calm down, sit down, like, coach wants to chat, and he gets a yellow card. How does Michael Oliver even know that he's saying that? I don't understand that either. Blows my mind, right? So enough on that though. I could rant on that for ages. He ruined the game for me completely. Michael Oliver made it all about him, ruined the game. It got heated from the first second till the last second, blah 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 blah. Should have been at least another red card for Man City then, if we're going to talk like that. Haaland probably should have been sent off for his 2 challenges. Whatever. Didn't even get a yellow, just so everyone knows. And he made that horrible tackle on Saliba in the first half, and then he ran into Partey like Kai Havertz did Rodri. Nothing. Incredible. Whatever. Man City style of play, obviously, it was a great first half. It was fun to watch, entertaining. The red card ruined it. Arsenal 10 behind the ball. Man City couldn't... it was amazing to actually watch that they didn't have an idea of how to, like, change this. And I saw a thing about... I think Pep Guardiola said, like, he's proud of his players for the tactics that Arsenal used, and this comes into social media as well. That everyone's saying we played that way for a reason. Are you deluded? If we would have played like that from the start of the game, I would understand. But we were 2-1 up, 10 men away at Man City, who haven't lost at home in like 55 games or whatever it is. Do you think we're really going to go try and attack against Man City with 10 players? Like, you're all deluded. Pep's deluded as well for our tactics. What else do you want us to do there? We've attacked in the first half and we're winning, right? Like, if we had 11 players, we would have still attacked and tried to win the game. But how do you do that? You have to defend for 45 minutes. Sorry. And also, we did play out a lot. When we had the chance, granted, we kicked it long and see if someone got there, but sometimes we'd actually try to play out the back. It was actually quite incredible. I'm actually quite proud of the lads, you know? So that goes into social media, all these Man City fans. Oh, you can't park in the bus at Man City. Oh, you guys don't want to win. You guys are absolutely deluded. You nearly lost to us with 10 men. You just think about that. You nearly lost to us with 10 men. I think you guys are scared of us now. You're very scared of us. Even Pep was scared. You could tell he was scared. Like, what? Just use some footballing logic. Oh wait, no, you're all commenting on X, Twitter. Like, if you're on there, you don't have a football brain. Sorry, you're on there to try and wind up other people, which is well done. You've got me here, but just analyze the game, please. Please, use some common sense and do it for the good, like I am on my channel. I'm just honest about everything, right? Please do that. Like, come on. Rodri done his ACL, and I'm pretty sure some people are probably celebrating about that. I know some Real Madrid fans that are celebrating about that, and they're going to win the Champions League now. That's embarrassing. Like, he's right that they're playing too many games. This happens. ACL injury is from him overplaying. He's probably the most played player over the last year, going to the final, the Euros, etc., etc. Champions League last season, Champions League final before that last season. Like, his ACL is done. His ACL gave up on him because with Partey, when they ran together, it wasn't even that bad. Like, Partey's pushed him a little bit. That's what happens in the game of football anyway. And his knee's given out. So that's tough. That's a tough blow for Man City. I hope he recovers, honestly. I'm not going to say any bad words about that because that's a horrible injury. That's the worst injury you could get in this sport. So, speedy recovery for that man. Jurriën Timber come back and looks great after an ACL injury. So, he's got hope there. And he's got the best medical team around him in the world, probably. Pep lost his head, kicked the chair. I find that amazing. He can kick a chair, doesn't even get talked to or a yellow card. But all the other times Arteta's got a yellow card for just being passionate and whatever, you know. I'm sure he talks crap on the sideline. Who wouldn't, right? Like, come on. Pep loses his head most of the time, but kicking a chair, like, what is he doing? He lost his head that much. He kicked a chair. I've never seen that before, by the way. Haaland, right. I like Haaland, but what he did with the comments he's saying after the game, like, he just... I just feel like he's muddied his image a little bit, you know. I think him throwing the ball at Gabriel was hilarious as an Arsenal fan. I think that's so funny. Like, let's have more of that in the game. I think it's so funny. Granted, we've just let a goal in the last second, the dying seconds of extra time, and he's throwing a ball at him. It's just funny, isn't it? You know, like, whatever. But him patting Arteta on the back saying, stay humble, it's just embarrassing, honestly. Stay humble. If you won 3-2, say something, but you've drawn 2-2 in the last second of a game against 10 men, against your arch rivals right now. Like, stay humble, but your assistant coach can sprint on the field to celebrate. Stay humble, right? Like, I just don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Pep's comments as well about the tactics Arsenal used. I just like, you know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't make any sense to me. You know, even Jesus trying to stick up for Arteta. It's funny, Haaland said to Lewis Skelly, who even are you? Like, Lewis Skelly's going to learn that in the game, you know. That's fine. You know, it's just a bit of banter. But be humble at the end. Now, of course, we don't know what they're saying on the field. He called Gabby a clown as well, so I'm sure Gabby was in his ear all game. Did Haaland do anything except from score a goal? No, he did nothing else. Gabby scored a goal as well. Like, so they're equally the same on the field then, right? And he's a centre-back against a striker. Haaland didn't do anything the second half. Honestly, I don't even remember. That's what I mean. And he's saying stay humble. So I'm sure that Arsenal players were being, out there and saying some stuff. And Arteta's Arteta, It's just, I just didn't understand that comment. And it's ruined what I think of who Haaland should be. Haaland should just be a goal scorer and, like, a beast. But he's ruined it for me with those comments. This is obviously my opinion. And Haaland could not give a... He doesn't even know who I am. And obviously, he's 24, I'm 26. He's already doing better in life than me. I'm just saying, this is just my opinion, I've absolutely mugged myself off there, but whatever. Next games for these two, though. Newcastle at home to Man City. So that might be a tough game, but Newcastle aren't very good this year. But, you never know. Man City, obviously, without Rodri now. Don't know when De Bruyne is coming back. So it could be a tough game to go into, especially after a draw for them. I don't think they want to draw against us. And then they have to come to the Emirates next time. Whatever. They do look good, though. They look the best I've ever seen them, actually, at the start of the season. So, and Haaland, obviously, cruising it, killing it with goals. So, who knows? And then Arsenal are at home to Leicester. Should be an easy win. Bounce back on the road. Honestly, I think Arsenal are 4th right now. Still unbeaten, but 2 draws. I think 2 wins. We need to just start winning more, don't we? Yes, we should have won the game. We shut off on the last corner. As soon as I saw Jack Grealish dribbling through into the box, I knew it was over. What a crap goal to concede, though. I wish Kovacic would have just banged it top corner. I would have been happy. I'm gone into that game thinking I'll take a draw from here anyway, and I'm sure a lot of other Arsenal fans have as well. Man City haven't lost at home in over 50 games, and we nearly did it with 10 men. It's just phenomenal, isn't it? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the game? What do you think of the red card, yellow cards? How do you think referees should be? Should they follow every single letter of the law? Should they have a little bit of common sense about how the game's being played and what would ruin a game, what wouldn't? Obviously, we watched this for entertainment. I'm sure half the fans everywhere just didn't want to watch it in the second half. It's also a business, right? Football is a business. The amount, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I just think it's absurd. But, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, comment, favourite, download, whatever you can do to help me out. It'll keep me motivated to continue on. I'm happy to have you here, and I will see you guys next time.